Hi, I'm City Manager Ed Zuercher, and welcome to another edition of Doing What Matters, the show where we talk to Phoenix employees about the work they do to make a difference in Phoenix. And we're here today at the Burton Barr Central Library at College Depot to talk about a new online high school program and more. And I'm here with Judy Reno, the director of College Depot. Thanks for joining me today.
Thanks for having me.
So we're here to talk specifically about ReEngage Phoenix. What is ReEngage Phoenix?
ReEngage Phoenix is an exciting new program that Phoenix Public Library launched back in August of 2014. And ReEngage Phoenix is an opportunity for anyone who needs help reconnecting with education in order to earn their high school diploma or GED to get that help.
So you've done College Depot now for 5 years, which was really focused on getting kids, primarily young people, into college. But you've expanded that now with ReEngage Phoenix. What led to that? Why the expansion to now high school programs?
Great question, and the answer is really twofold. For one thing, over the last 5 years, every single day we've had adults come in saying, hey, I need to continue my education, but I need to get my high school diploma or GED first. Can you help me? And so we knew there was a need because of our daily interactions with customers. In addition to that, back in 2012, there was a study released by Measure of America that said that the Phoenix metro area had 1 in 5 young people between the ages of 16 and 24 that were disconnected from education and from the workforce because of not completing school.
That's a lot of people, but how did that compare nationally?
Unfortunately, we were at the bottom.
Okay, so we're number one in a bad way in terms of young people who aren't connected to work or high school. And so that led to this idea of ReEngage Phoenix.
Yes.
And so what happens when someone comes in here? How do they get connected?
When someone comes in here, they meet with our advisor. We have a whole team that's trained, but we have one re-engagement advisor, specifically Christopher, and he's awesome. And he talks to people about figuring out what are their goals, what have they completed already, and then really finding a program that's the best fit for them, whether that be an online program, an alternative high school, or even a place-based GED program.
And it's not limited by age, is that correct?
Yeah, absolutely. We've served, I think, our first few people that came in the door when we officially launched ReEngage Phoenix. We had a 16-year-old, a 19-year-old, and a 60-year-old.
Wow.
So across the gamut.
Okay, and so in terms of the importance of a high school diploma, some of us take it for granted, but what is it really that the high school diploma or the GED opens up for people who might not have those?
It's a game changer. It really affects your whole life because jobs now, I mean, really so many of the jobs of the future require post-secondary education, and having a high school diploma or a GED is absolutely crucial. Not only can you not continue on to get that post-secondary education without it, but most jobs now require it, and so it really puts people in a tough situation and affects our economy badly too if we have people that do not have their high school diploma or GED.
Okay, so tell us about the process of coming in and getting started.
Well, we're located in the Burton Barr Central Library, so it's an easy place for people to navigate to.
Central and McDowell.
Central and McDowell, and people can even call in if they need services. And we do welcome anyone who walks through our doors or even calls, and we make the process very comfortable. It's all confidential. I know some adults feel uncomfortable letting people know that, maybe they're in their 50s and they didn't achieve a high school diploma, and it's a secret for them. That secret is kept safe with us.
This is a great program. Great things are happening with ReEngage Phoenix and College Depot. Why do you personally like doing what you do every day?
I have to tell you, I'm so blessed to have this job. It's my dream job because every day I get to see the impact that we're able to make in helping people achieve their educational goals. And that's a very personal thing for people. They do it to show their children that they can do it. There's so many students that we serve that are the first in their family. And now that we've been open for 5 years, we're starting to see people graduate from college. And that's one of the most gratifying things, is to get a college announcement in the mail from a student we helped 5 years ago.
That's inspirational. Thanks so much for sharing with everyone how what you do makes a difference in the community. Thanks, Judy. If you'd like to learn more about this important work, education, College Depot, and ReEngage Phoenix, go to the website or call the phone number on your screen. For Doing What Matters, I'm City Manager Ed Zuercher.